Radiant team ban. Dire team pick.
Hey, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Made it. We made it to game number 2 here after a little bit of a break, to say the least. But
team pick.
And unfortunately, we had one of the players there having some internet issues. That being on the side of Vega Squadron. So you'll notice here, Seema the Slayer was having some internet issues. It got to a point where, of course, they decided to get a ringer, and Always Want to Fly is the player stepping in. He's a popular player from the CIS region, I believe, and definitely a solid stand-in. But of course, so swapping things up a little bit right here. But looking forward to seeing how now this 1-0 lead works for Vega Squadron, trying to finish the series, whereas Horde, they're going to try to respond, but, you know, after that 75-minute game or so, that's got to be quite the grind, only to come out on the losing end. It's got to be frustrating. We'll see what they do here in this game.
Ten seconds.
Hello.
5 seconds remaining.
I had some cereal. Good to go.
Reserve time.
They could. Well, Luna all around has a lot of team fight, and she's pretty strong in lane, but if they pick Shadow Demon, then they kind of open themselves up for getting aggro tri-laned. Because Shadow Demon isn't the best in an aggro tri-lane situation. So maybe they're thinking about that before they pick the Shadow Demon. That's what I would think anyway.
Keeper of the Light.
Radiant team ban.
It could be a comfort pick. They played it really well last game, I think, so maybe they think Coddle's a better pick for them. Coddle does do a lot of magic damage, which is needed against Underlord, since Underlord has a lot of physical damage mitigation, so it'll help them against him.
Ten seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
Another thing to note is usually the win condition for Underlords is to push fairly early and in the mid game, and Coddle kind of counteracts that by blasting out the waves. So that might have been another reason why they picked up the Coddle. And it looks like Vega actually want to commit to sort of a push oriented lineup with a Dazzle pick as well.
Dire team ban.
Yeah, again, the teamfight potential, especially since they have a Luna as well, who's very strong in teamfights. And Horde actually ban out and the Earth Spirit, which Vega like to run a lot. So that was more of a targeted ban, I think.
Remaining. Radiant team pick.
Pretty decent hero against Luna and Coddle, since he doesn't die to either of those heroes and he can spin out of any danger from those two heroes that they have so far.
5 seconds remaining.
Sand King.
Dire team pick.
Yeah, neither team really want to pick their mid hero here, I think.
10
They're
seconds.
gonna try to wait for the other team to pick it, since
5 seconds.
the lanes are kind of open right now. So they don't want to pick a mid hero when the enemy team might have roaming potential on them.
Reserve time.
Yeah. Horde. A little bit more reserve time, but still getting a little bit lower themselves as well, so we need to make that decision sooner than later. But as you're pointing out, probably not going to be seeing that mid option just yet unless they really want one over the other team getting it.
Reserve
Still need
time.
an off lane and another support, and they do
Radiant
go
team
Rubik.
pick.
Their third support, always a
In
solid
the
option.
spirit.
There you go.
Dire team pick.
Ember. So after they see the Rubik, they figure Ember's a good pick, because Rubik isn't particularly good at catching the Ember. So Ember should have sort of an easy time so far.
Our world devoured.
Not against that hero though. That hero
Radiant team banned.
owns Ember in lane, I think.
Yeah. Nice reaction right there, it sounds like. Coming out from the Team Horde. Again, we saw Odie last game, and overall he did well. Now, the TA matchup, it maybe wasn't as friendly, but like it better this time around.
5 seconds remaining.
For Horde over there.
Vega should look to ban
Reserve
an AoE stun, I think.
AoE stun, huh?
Yeah, they're missing, Horde is missing an initiator at the moment.
Yeah. Kinda fits
Dire
that.
team banned.
The Axe Ban. So not going to give them that strong initiation tool. There's still plenty more, of course, but the Axe up there with perhaps be one of the stronger ones, catching that Ember Spirit and locking him down.
Horde might
10
ban
seconds remaining.
Lifestealer or Ursa here. Lifestealer would be
5
pretty good
seconds
against
remaining.
his lineup,
Yeah.
but
Reserve
It
time.
would fit that theme, too, of maybe wanting to be active earlier on in the game and a lot of teamfight presence. So, yeah, definitely could be a solid ban. Either one of those, really, is a good option right here, but
it's also, Vega Squadron's carry needs to be someone with magic immunity or someone that buys a BKB, like Lynx.
yeah.
Because BKB's completely necessary when you're playing against the Luna and OD.
And the Clinks right there. So now, yeah, I'm thinking about their
10
final pick.
seconds
Mentioned their
remaining.
off-lane potential hero, most likely.
Maybe a
5
Nyx
seconds
or a
remaining.
Centaur?
Ooh, Centaur, yeah. He's been a pretty popular option lately.
Reserve time.
See that. I feel like almost the Centaur, if anything, too, just simply because that Blink Dagger initiation, the Hoof Stomp really strong, and Stampede is a great ability, man. Running around, getting in team fights, getting out of team fights. Personally, I just feel like overall Centaur is going to be more useful, but obviously Nyx has this individual pickup there.
Nyx has the potential to pick up the Ember because you can use your Carapace to stun the Ember out of Ember's Flame Guard.
Oh,
But-
that's true.
It might not be
10
sufficient.
seconds
Horde might
remaining.
not think that it's sufficient enough. So they take the Batrider.
Radiant team
They
pick.
probably needed a hero that could catch Vega and provide the setup where OD can hit the target.
Yeah, it's a good point about Nyx, actually. We did see that a couple times yesterday, even against an Ember Spirit. You know, you're talking about with that spiked
10
carapace,
seconds
and
remaining.
against him out could be powerful, but not the case. Batrider
5
Bring out
seconds
Lasso, though.
remaining.
jumping in, so we go that direction
Reserve
instead.
time.
20 seconds for Vega Squadron, their final pick here. Assume is going to be their core now. Lifestealer is still on the board. I definitely like that.
Lifestealer is good against all their
10
cores,
seconds remaining.
Better Slark.
but
Oh, really?
I think maybe they didn't want the Ember to lane against the ODs, so they decided to pick a mid hero and send the Ember to a side lane.
Huh.
Since
Okay.
Ember really does not lane well against the OD.
Alright, so Ember Spirit going to be more of that one position instead then. Seems like, and again, I kind of wonder, is this maybe a potential right-click build again from your Spirit, perhaps because of that? So, we'll see. That's going to be coming out, but obviously the Magic build has definitely been more popular overall.
Yeah, the Veil of Discord. Well, Vega's win condition really
10
revolves
seconds
around
remaining.
the time when Ember hits about level 10 and has his
5
first item.
seconds remaining.
I think that's when they'll want to do most of their fighting. They can't really let Horde line up get to late game because the OD is so strong in the late game.
Yeah.
Especially since, again, looking back at last game and this game, Vega's lineup don't really have kind of burst damage required to get OD before the OD gets any of his spells off.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, unless some maybe Remnant Initiation on top of Requiem or something like that, but yeah, it's not the heaviest burst damage team for that getting guaranteed off at least. So that could be an issue, no doubt, as Seneko here gets a very aggressive ward right off the bat. You also see Ake sneaking into the Radiant jungle meanwhile, getting it down at the rune spot.
The strange thing about these kind of pre-rune spawn warding shenanigans is the person who's smoked can sometimes see the person who's not smoked just because the smoke vision or your vision range is longer than the smoke break range. I'm not sure if you saw the Sand King there. I feel like someone pinged them out. I'm not sure if it was Brown or...
I think it was Ake actually here on Coddle. Yeah, he knows like he's going to be placing the sentry any second. Yeah,
Oh,
they see it? Yeah.
he wanted the Batrider to be there.
It's in there and, yeah. Well played. Yeah, they saw him running back here after he placed his ward, so they saw he came from that area, so they figured, you know, probably going to be in that spot, and sure enough, they're correct. So good heads up there. As Rubik,
The battle begins.
you're in trouble, good sir. He's going to lift up the shadow. He's going to steal the rune, and by trouble I mean he's making a great play.
Oh,
That was a hell of a play.
Thief in the Night.
Now Mag on Underlord, he did take the top rune up here, so it ends up being 2 for 2 still. Nice ninja there.
So I believe this matchup mid is very, very skill based. The OD starts with higher base damage than the Shadow Fiend. So if the OD plays a spell, he should be able to crush the Shadow Fiend in the lane.
So in that typical case, it feels like Shadow Fiend needs a little bit of time early on. You know, get those shadow raises leveled up and start to get the last hitting as a result, because be a weak last hitter until he gets the souls added up. Mag, top lane, going to be lifted back in. Underlord's usually considered pretty tanky, and not tanky enough this time. First blood comes out for Gort on the Luna.
They nerfed his aura too hard, so he can't survive in those scenarios anymore.
Really have an impact right there. So, and he also TP'd a little bit later than maybe should have. He waited a little bit after the lift. I mean, obviously that's kind of a hindsight now, but he waited maybe a second or so, and obviously backfiring right there. So, dark.
It looks like the Batrider is opting to jungle. He's probably prioritizing his gold farm over the experience, since his blink is their only way of initiating later in the game. So then Ember tried to push bottom lane to kind of force the hero back to bottom, and it looks like they got the Coddle down there.
Yeah, having that Iron Talon up here in the jungle as mentioned. So
Is
wanted
that-
to get that early farm.
He's not the fastest jungler. If you click on the ogre, you'll see it has 10 napalm stacks.
Jesus.
It's a lot of napalm just to kill one camp.
Yeah.
He's not even level 2 yet.
Yeah, well, when it gets level 2, obviously that changes it quite a bit, but getting there could be somewhat difficult, but he is almost there. And then obviously there's the change too with the whole clarity potions not being taken off now by damage from the neutral, so you can freely use that a little more efficiently. Also the salve if he finds it necessary, so showing that off there, and yeah, hitting level 2 and all of a sudden a little bit better now.
So Sand King figures he's not needed bottom since it's only a Coddle down there. He's moving around. Might look for a gank, or he might look for the Batrider maybe.
You see Odie is pushing up pretty far right here, but it's gonna be in too much danger, harassing G. The imprisonment as Seneko instead will rotate back into his own jungle, pick up his bounty rune, and continue to move around. So yeah, seems a little bit unsure of exactly where he wants to go. Ditya around the upper street at the bottom lane. He is having a great time as expected, essentially having free farm by Coddle being down here now.
No.
Coddle's just spamming out the way, and hell, he's level 3. Some okay farm from it. This isn't too bad.
I noticed something cool that Gulliver did this game and last game. He queues up pretty much his next 3 items on his quick buy.
Oh yeah. Like some good insight, but he is caught right there. So finally Seneko does find a target, and a good one at that. He's at half-life, and obviously the raise to help finish him off. G getting credit for the kill. So that's big, because now all of a sudden Shadow Fiend has momentum here in this middle lane matchup. And that's not what you want to have if you're going up against the Shadow Fiend. So
now once the Shadow Fiend hits level 5, he will have an okay time in the lane, since he'll just use raise to push out the waves. And Odie will be forced to last under the tower.
Coming in bottom lane from the Sand King. He's spotted here by the ward. Obviously Bat Rider reacting to that. They know that Bat Rider's not the easiest target to go on with that Fire Flight, so gonna refrain from doing so for right now, but with Dityara coming over, maybe that'll change things up. Fly away though, Coddle. In the distance too. Does have boots, again that move speed. 380 move speed. Boots picked up now too. Pretty fast target early on in the game.
Yeah, Bat Rider's level 4 right now, so he's really strong. That's why he's trying to play up on the bottom lane. They keep their supports locked up and potentially find a kill.
Eliminate? It's not gonna get much like, and actually the heal bomb return. Now Bat Rider's wanted a little bit of trouble, and the final auto attack, yes, is gonna be enough right there. Catapult even got the credit for the kill, so down goes Bat Rider, and now Seneko running with a haste rune. It's gonna be a deck Coddle on top of that. The heal on top, and down goes Coddle. So good job with the Shadow Wave there. And 2 for nothing there. Favorite Vega Squadron.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
the Bat Rider missed his flame break, so that kill didn't work out. But it would have been really close either way.
Yeah, and he was kind of committed at that point too, so in a spot where they were able to turn him, and that they did. So well executed by Vega Squadron again. As Seneko attempting to go for a bounty rune, I believe, but not there, so just scouted things out. Does have a couple of observer wards on it. 3-3 is really going to add up these napalm charges. But here comes Shadow Fiend, and now all of a sudden Bat Rider is in a little bit of trouble. Bottom charge is going to be activated by Shadow Fiend. Get some raised damage. The Firefly will take out Sand King, but at what cost now? Even Dityara making his way and getting the Searing Chains off. Yes, he can. The raise easy. Easy peasy. On to Bat Rider.
Meanwhile at top,
on Underlord, bit of malice, he has a TP coming in actually. Mag, he's gonna be fine. Even the shallow grave going on, not even necessary. Allowing him to walk away, so good time in there. Even without the heal, he might have still lived, but it was gonna be close actually. Safe than sorry there.
It's interesting to note that since the Coddle left top lane, they actually didn't have kill potential on the Underlord, so Underlord was able to hit level 5. Those very critical levels.
Yeah. He's got that Firestorm level 3 now. It's a lot of wave clear damage and great for farming. Of course, the Arcane Boots are coming too. Yeah, very, very good right here. You mentioned OD. Yeah, he's got all those items clicked up, good to go. So it's going to be the Treads into the Staff, into the Dragon Lance right here. Pretty typical stuff on an OD.
That seems to be the build. He's probably gonna get the he's got the Force Staff queued up first. Odie needs all the anti-gank potential he can get, since Odie doesn't really farm very well.
Oh, almost got in trouble right there, but he puts down the ward. He's gonna be going in actually.
Yeah, he doesn't have Astral either.
Yeah, that was a very good use by Excalibur. I feel like he saw Sand King, right? Like, oh, maybe not. It was dark right there, so it is nighttime. Guess maybe he didn't.
He moved up as if he was trying to break a smoke.
Yeah.
And then he just didn't have the vision. I think he assumed that if the Sand King wasn't close, then he wasn't getting ganked, but the Sand King had vision, so the Sand King kind of averted his vision.
Well, whatever the case, Odie goes down, so that queuing up to find him is going to be delayed a little bit. Ember Spirit is going to be going the typical build as of late, the Veil of Discord here. Into the Magic, despite playing more in the one position, which is a little bit different. Shadow Fiend, though, I want to go back to him. I mean, he's got his Ring of Aquila now. What do we think Shadow Fiend's going to get here? Is it going to be the Shadow Blade, or what do you think?
Most likely a Dragon Lance, and then maybe a Sanjin Yasha and BKB this game, since there's gonna be that timing where his team's gonna want to push and he's gonna want to be strongest at that point.
Want to fight?
So
Yeah.
Shadow Blade doesn't really help you. Doesn't help him accomplish what he wants to accomplish, which is.
Oh. Alright, the mag is. Oh my god, the blade range! Yeah, he is going to be able to take. I was going to say, if he doesn't get this kill, that's going to be pretty critical. I mean, Underlord basically had no life as he found him, so. Good job getting the kill at least, but yeah, it makes sense though. Yeah, Shadow Blade maybe not necessarily going to be that. Well, he has it queued up, so he feels differently.
Structures are fortified.
Yeah, so he did that last, or one of the Shadow Fiend did that last game, or the game before. Last game.
Tanking. Is he dead right here? I mean, not enough damage just yet. Adding up the napalm charges, I think he is going to die, but he died to the napalm streams. Well played right there by Seneka. If you're going to die, might as well be taken out by the Ancients.
And Ake gets away with 24 HP bottom.
Oh, wow. Ember Spirit almost committing to a kill for him, but Ember Spirit even getting low himself, so be a little careful with that. He's going to port back to base. Regen on up. Time, so I'm gonna see if he has a remnant actually, but he doesn't, so we'll have to walk back. Shadow Fiend though, yeah, again he still has that queued up, so keep a close eye on that, but like he may end up keeping the Shadow Blade after all. This mech in the works for Underlord. How about Luna, by the way, though? Helm of the Dominator, of course, finished. That with just the brown boots currently. Heavy
I think she was using the helm to help her stack the Ancients, just triple stacked right now. And they might catch her.
Yeah, she's in trouble. Searing Chance comes out. There's the Brutal Strike follow-up, but it's out of range. Oh no. If that hits, that's an easy kill. It does not though, and Gork is going to survive, it looks like. Man, that's unfortunate. It's only level 2 Brutal Strike, so just not enough.
Dazzle's gonna go down bottom, I think.
Yes, he is. By the supports on the other side, so played there. Man, missing that kill on Lulu, that's pretty critical, because that should have been a free kill, yeah. Come up short.
Oh, Barrett's doing the Ancients. Right, you can do this now.
Yeah, I was looking at this too, jeez, he's so efficient with this. You mentioned the stack from the Helm of the Dominator, and Batrider's like, yeah, I'm gonna get my Blink Dagger with this. And he's gonna have it here, and a couple more kills, so.
They have Eclipse and they have Lasso, so they might try to smoke and go for a big team fight bottom. Luna's gotta play it safe though. She's gonna not know that the Shadow Fiend's here.
Requiem. Boom, goes the dynamite.
It's well played by the Shadow Fiend. Luna would have had no idea that the Shadow Fiend had an Invisor in there.
Yeah. Yeah, he did end up going to the Dragonlance, so similar to the game before, as you mentioned. He still has that Shadow Blade queued up, but he's almost a troll of sorts, but
doing it to trick anyone that was stream sniping.
There you go. Next level preparations right there. No, but obviously coming into play, and good job with that Invisor and making use of it, finding the free kill onto Luna. That's got to feel good about that. So Ember Spirit, meanwhile, he actually went bots first. He didn't even get the Vela Discord, just going right into the bots here. Is that a little greedy, you think, or does that make sense?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He might feel that he's required to push out the lanes for his team and still be able to fight, since maybe he felt that the Veil wasn't gonna help him fight at this stage of the game. Also, there's a Lasso bottom.
Yeah, I thought Dazzle, though, can he get a Shallow Grave off? He cannot. So they will kill him pretty quickly, but again, is that really the prime target you're looking for? It's better to get something, to be fair, but would have liked something else.
Underlord's probably gonna lay down a Firestorm and TP out.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That could get scary.
Cuddle's looking for him.
Yeah, this is, he's gonna be stopped. There you go, the Eclipse comes out, and down goes Underlord. Yeah, saw that one coming. You mentioned Coddle having to snipe him in the last second too, and that gave him the easy chance to find him. So they're just going to split tower push right here. As Ember Spirit, he's porting back to base. Okay, he's going to regen. He has a Remnant top. himself back. They can't even kill this tower, actually.
Radiant's middle
Bottom
tower
lane.
is under
They're
attack.
going back for it. Okay, they should be able to now, but...
They don't have Eclipse, and their lasso's down for half a minute.
Radiant's bottom tower is
So they're
under
actually,
attack.
even if they wanted to
Radiant's
defend the
bottom
top tier 2, they probably wouldn't be able to.
Oh, fortification coming out, so going to delay it, obviously, but... Yeah, it's going to be tough.
Dire's top tower
And
is
it's not
under
gonna
attack.
kill though, so they are gonna choose to defend it, despite what you're suggesting right there.
Or
No Eclipse, but
maybe what I should have said. It's not possible for them to kill the enemy team there.
gotcha. Vega Squadron decides better of it. No point in forcing a fight. They're feeling pretty good about how things are going themselves right now. It's over to the net worth I had on CS still. We got, G way up there, 8,000 net worth, leading the way quite a bit. BKB is going to be the next Titan, so yeah, he is not going to be going to Shadow Blade here, at least just yet. BKB to follow up, and kind of think that's what you were suggesting earlier, in fact. So yeah, with all the team fights going on, it just feels like these stats as well as having that magic immunity is going to be pretty powerful.
Especially against Eclipse and OD right clicks. Coddle, or okay, Max is Illuminate first over Chakra on Coddle because it's really important that he's able to defend the towers.
Mentioned that being a strength of him in this matchup here, so okay, agrees. Prioritizing that, gonna spam out this creep wave here. Get some farm, of course, the eventual Ags will be liked on him just like last game, but he's going to force that first. It's going to be rooted right here, and the big burst damage on top, but not enough damage though, not Diggerod. Careful not to get stunned, he is going to get stunned, but Flame Guard's up, so he'll be fine. And now he has team support in fact, so almost trying to bait them out the Burrow Strike, just missing again. Man, the range on these Burrow Strikes just coming up short. Of course,
Ember has a blink
Radiant's
queued
top
up.
tower is under attack.
Oh. Is this going... I mean, he would have already gotten Battle Fury if he was planning to do that, right?
Usually Ember, if you're going the Battle Fury route, you would get the travels before the Battle Fury anyway.
Well, that's what I'm kind of getting at. I mean, is there potentially still to do that, or is this still going to be the...
I think he's getting the blink so he can initiate. Since his team doesn't have that initiation, and hold on.
Oh, they do on the other side. Eclipse comes out. Got some nice bounces, but the Remnant was ready. Oof.
The Eclipse was slightly slow. It would have been close either way.
Yeah.
So as I was getting at, I think, or Vega's probably looking to push at some point in the near future, especially when SF gets his BKB. So they're probably going to use Ember to initiate. Sand King's not going to get his blink anytime soon.
Man, this net worth graph is quite the storyline in this game. It's a heart rate monitor, just up and down, up and down, up and down. It's pretty crazy to look at. Diggerod, though, he is going in pretty aggressively. Has follow-up, but not really, I guess. It's on the background of the Vega G. He has a double damager, and so he definitely wanted to fight there, but unable to close enough. But he has that BKB as well, so they definitely would not mind fighting. Mech going to be popped there by the Underlord, and wait for the next creep wave. Go back in perhaps, but yeah, they got a double damage like I said, so feeling pretty confident. But look at this Coddle, man. Blinding Light, Illuminate, he is really keeping them off. Tower.
Horde's gonna avoid fighting this since their Eclipse is on cooldown.
I think Vega's very aware of that, of course, too. Oh, the Searing Chain just missed power, but the Phenom Mouse will catch the root. That's a dead Pablo right there. Mega kill streak for G, actually. So good execution there from Vega.
It's also pretty cool to note that the net worth graph, it only fluctuates by 600 gold. It's really not a lot. They're pretty even.
Very even. I mean, you look at his on top, Shadow Fiend's obviously well ahead of anyone, but it's that supporting cast is struggling now, so it's kind of the give and take type deal for them. But I mean, the important item for Sand King is that Blink Dagger, and he has 1,300 gold, so he has it queued up, of course. That's coming along pretty nicely here for him. I feel like we've seen this a couple times lately, where Shadowfiend's going to get a pretty early butterfly. At least he has that queued up here.
And Shadowfiends typically want to be as tanky as possible, and Butterfly offers damage and tankiness. Especially since OD and Luna don't like buying MKBs. Again, going back to last game against the PA. So a lot of heroes just don't like buying MKBs in general. Not part of their usual item rotation.
Yeah. Well, maybe gonna force something out here if he eventually gets that butterfly in the near future, and definitely at a rate where he's going to. And they're gonna group up and keep pushing. Obviously, Vega Squadron very confident that they have the better team fight at this point. I mean, Eclipse is ready to go now. Are you really wanting to fight at this point if you're Horde? I mean, it feels like even with the Eclipse, it's still pretty scary.
Radiant's middle tower is
But
under
I didn't
attack.
myself.
They're gonna blast it, I think. It's really scary also finding into the Ember since he has a blink now.
Oh! Sucker. I love the idea, but yeah, with the fortification, it kind of screwed up the timing right there. As far as porting everyone out. So a couple stay around, and yes, they're gonna get away, actually. Well, at least Underlord rotates mid, is gonna farm up that.
Ooh, Rubik took Firestorm, which is gonna make pushing into them even more annoying.
Yeah. That's a good job there by Rubik, and the Illuminate on top of that. Too shabby. Ember Spirit, so he is going to stick to the typical magic build here. I was just keeping hope alive. That, although I have to remind myself, do I really want to see a Battle Fury Ember Spirit again? Because those games were pretty boring, frankly, so maybe it's for the best that he's sticking to more of the traditional magic build here.
Traditional?
Well, yeah, I mean lately.
Yeah.
The Veil here is a little later than usual, but still. Going to be getting it. And they are rotating bottom lane. Oh no, Rubik. Might be caught, good sir.
Looks like it.
Girl strike,
Seems
Malice. Coming in, but oh my god, it actually keep him alive. Wow.
Yeah, force staff from Ake.
Okay, the big saving plays. They're going to lose its power, but man, keeping the hero alive, pretty solid there.
Dire's bottom tower
Our mid to defend that. So obviously Horde is doing everything they can to avoid these fights. Similar to last game, really, but
They're waiting for the Odie and the Luna to get important items, which is yeah, for both of them it's pretty much BKB.
Bat Rider, that forward staff to go with the Blink Dagger now.
So Vega's win condition is sort of to take as many towers early and then end with Aegis on the Shadow Fiend, and kind of want to counteract that. They want to take the game longer and they want to defend as many towers as possible.
I was meant to have this.
See some aggressive vision coming down from Horde right here. They saw Ember Spirit walking on by, but not go too crazy, of course. Chasing them down. They do see Mag, but Underlord, a pretty beefy target, has that Hood of Defiance. And knows that the team is probably nearby. In fact, he'll pop the Hood right there, just in case, preemptively.
Might catch him. They have the Bat Rider already.
Does he have a Remnant up? I don't think he does, actually. Okay, he does. Never mind. Of course he does. What am I saying?
You can click the hero to see, usually. This is the Fire Remnant duration.
Aha! Oh. Look at that. Teaching me things. Appreciate that.
No
top lane, pushing it out. He's got the Eagle Song. It's almost done.
Something important that was about. I can't remember what it was.
I'm sure you'll think of it when it comes back up. Blink Dagger on tanking, that's important.
Oh yeah, the Ember is really underfarmed considering that Ember should generally be close to the top of the net worth chart.
Yeah.
And part of that is Horde's doing a really good job of pressuring the lanes and being really scary. They're like Horde's playing in the fog half the time. So you'll see even at top, Vega's kind of hesitant to go anywhere near that base, even though Horde's in the enemy jungle.
Radiant's bottom tower
Got
is
the
under
Alpha
attack.
Wolf picked up by Gork here on Luna. Of course, typical pick up there as far as controlling with the Element of Dominator. If you're going to be pushing, farming,
Radiant's
and
middle
making
tower
use of that
is under
aura, that
attack.
BKB would like to have that finished before a fight breaks out, no doubt. Going to happen, and also on OD, finishing his own BKB. Be nice, he's a little bit longer away. Caliber doing what he can to get their middle lane. They are going to jump Pablo with a Pearl Strike, but he's going to get caught actually. Phenom comes out, there's the blinding light pushback. He's going to live again. She is not going to live in the end. Batrider lassos on Dazzle, though. They will finish him off, so that's a Phenom 1-for-1. The longest. So Digital on Ember Spirit is actually getting low as well, and the Synergistic left will take him out. So it's a 2-for-1, and Horde definitely coming out on top now. But we're not done just yet. Shadow Fiend, he still wants to fight. Running on over, doesn't have any kind of jump, though. Can't really catch anyone. Fall back.
Well, Shadow Fiend is the Tidehunter of this game. Everyone wants to stay away from him.
Yeah.
Can't hit him at all. I'm sensing that both teams feel like the other team might take Roshan if they're not careful. So they're setting up a lot of wards around Roshan, and they're making sure they always have a couple of heroes around it.
Radiant's middle
Look, that's a vision on either side of what they can see, and yeah, both can see pretty much around that Roshan pit, so no doubt being a priority here. Now we go into the Roshan pit. G leading the way, so again, they can't really see in the pit, obviously, and their vision was taken away, so this is a good timing here for Vega Squadron. They're gonna get it most likely.
Even if Horde know that Vega's doing Roshan here, I don't think they want to fight it, just because they don't have vision, and it's so hard to fight without vision with as a Batrider.
He's got the blind jump, but yeah, it's not worth it. G picks up the Aegis, and that will be the free Roshan kill in the end. So Vega Squadron, talk about some momentum. He's picked up right there, but again, you look at the graphs, it suggests that Horde's actually leading in the scene, both in net worth and experience by even 7,500. So Luna and OD both individually getting far. It goes back to what you were saying earlier with the Ember Spirit. Really has been a little bit slow here, and gonna be going even now Soul Booster into the Octarine Core? Really? So he's just skipping the Villa Discord here.
That
Curious
is
choice.
Interesting. He might... Maybe he's just trying to get as many steering chains as possible. Oh.
Huh. I mean, I guess relying more on Shadow Phoenix, excuse me, because of the farm that he's had, that he's going to be your big damage dealer, and yeah, instead perhaps go more for the crowd control.
There's not a lot of items that will help Ember immediately. I'm not sure if Octarine is one of them, but it definitely helps more than the Veil, since a lot of their damage is going to be coming from the right click on Shadow Fiend. Usually when Ember's by the Veil, they're trying to take as many fights as possible with it. Yeah. Since that phase of the game is over. He doesn't want that anymore.
Bottom lane, Underlord, and not the prime target though, so, and actually there's support coming over. If they jump, jeez, yeah, that could have got dangerous. Batrider was interested, but Shadow Fiend and Dazzle making their way over, so not worth it. They fall back. Chrysalis now picked up on Shadow Fiend, so yeah, the damage from this Shadow Fiend is most certainly powerful.
In mid lane, the Sand King tried to kill the Rubik. Rubik just walked away, and the Epicenter was used.
This Rubik's proven to be tough to kill, man, especially with Connell right. Bottom lane, though, Connell's thinking of it, going to be caught. Requiem of Souls doesn't really hit. Max distance kind of slowing them down, but they can't chase them, although Didyara wants to. Remnant's going in, he will get the kill. On to Connell. He gets the BKB who's out of Luna, actually, too. That's pretty big. Shorten the duration there, and now set it on cooldown. We're all positive there for Vega Squadron, and they definitely know that they pretty much have a free push now for the secondary tower, at least.
Blessings upon a loyal warrior. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Luna getting a BKB this early actually hurts her farming a lot.
Radiant's top
I believe if she got a Manta, she might have been able to keep up farm with the Shadow Fiend, but they're probably scared of this scenario where they could just decide to push and...
Well, they are, and again, she doesn't have a BKB. Obviously, Vega's very aware of this. And they are going to take advantage, especially with that Aegis. G standing in the front, looking to create an auto attack. Excalibur going to be lifted, though. This runner could get a little dangerous. Even pops a shallow grave just in case. Blinding light, maybe. Oh, I pushed him! Oh, he gets sent back at the last second, though. Man. Eldritch Death by Ake. But he will live. That would have been huge, man. If they that would have been Aegis at least.
Odie has a lot of intelligence stacks right now, so they might try to do something with it.
Yeah, 28 on him. Now at the bottom lane does have that Shivas now as well, so choosing that over the BKB first himself.
Provides a lot of survivability against the Shadow Fiend, since almost all of the damage that Dire is taking this game is going to be from the Shadow Fiend. Ember is nowhere near any damage items.
The 2,400 gold saved up, and again, he has the Veil even queued up. He's had it queued up for several times this game and hasn't ended up getting it, so I'm really not trusting that at this point.
He's probably manually buying the Octarines here.
Yeah, seems like it is just going to be a straight Octarine here. Is it even like, do you even get Veil at that point later on in the game? Is it still worth it?
Probably not. Feels like Bruce treating himself as a teamfight nuisance, just steering chainsing people and staying out of the middle of the fight.
Pablo being crafty over here. So he's blinking on through. He actually has the Fire Remnant ability. Okay, that's what I'm...
You know what it is though? You know how the Shadow Fiend was trying to mask his quick buy? The Ember's doing it too, in case someone's stream sniping them, right?
I guess so. I guess that's the tactic. Coddle, by the way, is going to get picked. Good job. He got 4-staff forward. I don't know if that was himself or obviously the enemy team, but not the direction he wanted, and he goes down. Now, Aegis was just reclaimed right there, so if you're Shadow Fiend, you got to be a little more careful. And Hurricane Pike will push him back, but again, he has a Dazzle to protect him. And that damage, though. He's got to be really careful. Sitting in the clip almost connected. He had the BKB up and he got saved, and now here comes the Dark Rift. Light is not going to happen because Tunnel's dead.
Oh, wow.
What a play right there. Now Six gets pulled in, he's going to die, and now the run is on. Shadow Fiend looks like he'll be fine, but they do catch. Always want to fly a Dazzle. I guess without blinding light.
They're smoked up, they're still chasing.
But they're actually going to catch G. That's a huge kill if they can manage to get him, and they might actually.
He missed hooks.
Did himself. Man, oh, that's key, because yeah, if he hits Shadow Fiend there, I mean, they're probably gonna kill him.
Yeah, happens to the best of us.
Hell of a play to make that an effort at least. 4-staff though, that was fun to watch. Obviously, with more experience playing against the hero Underlord, now that he's been out for a little bit. To know how to work around that Dark Rift by obviously knocking out enemies using those 4-staffs. In that case, on the Underlord, and it caught them off guard. So good job.
Normally, not a lot of ways to deal with that Dark Rift. My friends are always joking that they should change the Dark Rift spell so that it leaves one of his teammates behind. Just as a joke, because it's too strong right now.
Just randomly chooses. And you're left behind, yeah, the sacrifice. Sentry Ward placed down up here, but obviously not going to connect onto any Observer Ward. They're just double checking. Ember Spirit putting out the bottom lane, and now he does have the BKB queued up. So, not going to have it now though, and actually, he's probably dead. Yeah, he's definitely dead. In fact, Pearl Strike from the stand keep, but the lasso will keep Ember Spirit nearby. And it's here now, G on that Shadow Fiend though. He's in chase, blinding light again though. Causing issues, and now they catch Shadow Fiend, but there is more backup. You gotta be careful committing if you're Horde Eclipse. No, it's not gonna be used just yet. He has it though. Pretty good plans coming out. Laser from Rubik in the background. Dark Rift gonna be activated now. Pulled back though. BKB popped, but he pushed for it again.
Oh no.
4-staff, and now Shadow Fiend is left behind with the BKB. Gonna be wearing off in any seconds. There we go. Flame ring backwards, and that's a dead Shadow Fiend. He has a buyback. But what coordination from Horde right there. They are playing it around this Dark Rift beautifully this game.
They are, and this Odie's getting so many free hits off in fights, especially since Vega weren't really in a position to help their Ember there, and they just got picked off one by one afterwards.
That was critical, because again, he has a buyback, but Ember Spirit's still going to be resurrecting here, I guess, in a couple of seconds. It probably is going to need to use if they want to save these racks. Can they is the question. Dazzle's coming out. It's just not going to be safe. It's going to happen too quick to the damage, the bleed damage of the Lunac Blades. Way too much to handle. They still want to fight. It's going to flip. It's already the Sanity's Eclipse. Speaking of that, gets the kill on a Dazzle. Mag is going to barely limp back to base. No, not enough. Double kill, ultra kill, monster kill for Excalibur. And they're going to start cleaning out the rest of the base as the Glades again continue to bounce. They're going to go for tier 4 and say, why not? Well, you got us an Ember and a Sand King. We're feeling good.
Vega sort of missed their timing to win this game, and part of that was the Coddle did such a good job of defending towers. Slowed down Vega enough for Horde to get their items.
Speaking of Coddle, I think Arcade Coddle, he's MVP this game. He, not only with a counter push, Requiem is Souls in the background, by the way, they pick up Sand King. Lasso on the Shadow Queen, he dies, the buyback is successful, but GG well played. That's going to be it. That's going to be a game number 3 as a result. The Horde, they do not let that first game get to them. It's quite an 80-minute loss nearly. They come back in game 2, and they defend it to look very good, but yeah, the Coddle, the blinding lights throughout, the counter push,